Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Wendy, this is Wendy's Pet Salon and this is my little salon at home. Welcome to all the subscribers, and if you are new, welcome on board. So this is day 2 of my 30 days of random videos. And today's video I am going to do why do I take photographs and videos of the dogs that I groom. Obviously, some are for social media and before and afters, but there's another really important reason: professional record keeping. Nowadays, I don't need to document things quite as much. I mainly work with regular clients. I know the dogs and their owners. They come on a regular schedule and generally they're very well maintained between grooming appointments. But when I was a newer groomer, and particularly when I worked in my busy salons with lots of different dogs and clients coming through, I documented a lot more. And if you're a new groomer starting out, this is something I'd really recommend getting in the habit of doing. So if a dog came in matted, the first thing was always a conversation with the owner before I did anything. I'd explained what I'd found and what I was going to need to do, and where appropriate, how short I may need to take the coat. The owner would also be asked to read and sign a matting form, agreeing to the groom. That form would explain the possible effects and risks associated with removing a badly matted coat, so the owner understood what we have discussed before I started. I'd then document the condition with photos and videos. If the matting was significant, I sometimes even bag up the mats. I'd remove and label and date them and keep them with my records for a short period of time. It may sound excessive, but when you're running a busy salon, good records can be incredibly important. I'd also photograph or video other things that I might have found, perhaps skin irritations, lumps or bumps, overgrown nails, fleas, ticks, or anything unusual that needed bringing to the owner's attention. And then I'd document the dog after as well. That final picture or little video can be just as important as the before. This here video is a video I took a long time ago, and it was just to show the owner that her dog was absolutely fine having his nails trimmed, because I think there'd been an issue previously and she was chuffed to see that she wasn't really bothered. So these little videos really help. They also give a record of how the dog actually left your care, the finished coat, how they were behaving and moving, and particularly around the face, that the eyes are bright, they're clear, open, and they're looking comfortable. If I'd removed a badly matted coat, I'd also remind the owner that the dog may feel very different afterwards, and to keep an eye on them. They may want to scratch or rub or chew areas that have suddenly become exposed after being trapped underneath a tight coat. We'd also talk about how to prevent this happening again, home maintenance, and quite often bringing the dog back on a shorter grooming schedule. We've all seen posts online where somebody says, "My dog came home from the groomers and now its eye is sore," or "My dog's been chewing itself since its groom." Now, if something genuinely happened while a dog is in our care, of course, we have to take responsibility for that. But equally, a dog groomer can't control what a dog does once it goes home. A dog can rub its face, scratch or chew itself afterwards, and that can sometimes cause irritation. I've known situations over the years where groomers have felt pressured into accepting responsibility or paying veterinary bills when it wasn't actually clear that the groom itself had caused the problem. That's where good records can really help. So you've got your initial consultation, the signed matted form, your notes, photographs or videos showing the condition on arrival, evidence of matting that you found during the groom, the advice you gave, the photographs or videos showing the dog's condition when it left. It doesn't mean that photographs automatically prove who's responsible if something happens, but you've got a factual record rather than one person's word against another. When I had busy salons, that was particularly important because you're dealing with so many dogs and different clients. You can't possibly remember every detail weeks or months later. My business is very different now. I predominantly groom regular dogs that I know extremely well. So thankfully, I don't encounter these situations very often. But my advice, particularly to new groomers, would be communicate with your owner first. Get the appropriate forms signed, keep good notes and take those photographs and videos. Hopefully, you'll never need them as evidence, but if you ever do, you'll be very glad you kept them. And of course, most of the time, those photographs simply become lovely before and afters, reference of future grooms and memories of the dogs that you've cared for over the years. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Bye for now. Had to get a flea video in there. And they're my daughter's nails, not mine. See you in the next one.